Good morning. Thank you for tuning into the home of Nanny Dogs 314 with your talk man is Gerald Burgers. We're gonna have puppy talk today about puppies. But you know how I do it. My intro. Good morning. Thank you for tuning into the home of Nanny Dog. We're waiting on some more people coming. We're gonna have pup. How I assess puppies, how I deal with my puppies, how when I first get a puppy, what do I feed them, what do I do with them, what's the steps that I take with my puppies. So we're gonna I do let a song play. Okay. Hey, London, I think I'm starting to like this shit again. Feel like I'm losing all my niggas to some jealousy. To some jealousy. I used to know that you was hurting instead of helping me. About some jealousy. Feel like I'm losing all my niggas to some jealousy. To some jealousy. I used to know that you was hurting instead of helping me. Oh, jealousy. Feel like I'm losing all my niggas to some jealousy. You would think these fuck nigga realer. Tell me, how you realer than a nigga? Whole time you was in me and a nigga. I got the lemon squeeze for the trigger. I'm finna take a piece of a nigga. I let them clown eat with a nigga, and then we Nicky D's on a nigga. Killing myself, please keep it realer. What was there when you needed a nigga? Come with the weed, he got a push ass pussy in his baby. He got a pound. Right out my face, talk about a nigga. If it's a problem, talk about a nigga. Now that you see me falling, then you see Cody. Get a talk about a nigga. Jealousy. Jealousy. I used to know that you was hurting instead of helping me. Oh, I'm so jealous. Feel like I'm losing all my niggas to some jealousy. To some jealousy. I used to know that you was hurting instead of helping me. Oh, jealousy. Feel like I'm losing all my niggas. First they jealous, they want your love. Then they jealous, they want your blood. You they jealous, that went enough. You ain't gon' stop till you fuck up. I ain't be the one that you love. I ain't gonna be the one that you love. But I ain't attention to the other side. Running in on my mind. They want my mind, they want my soul, they want my heart. Let's go. That ain't my heart, come my heart back and let's go. Got soul. I had a bank up and she broke. We're gonna let this song. Well, man, ain't no reason to talk to you. We're gonna let this song play and then we're gonna have puppy talk. Jealousy. First to know that you was hurting. Oh, I'm so jealous. Feel like I'm losing all my niggas to some jealousy. To some jealousy. First to know that you was hurting. Oh, jealousy. Feel like I'm losing all my niggas to some jealousy. He be jealous of a nigga. Nigga have malice in their heart. Come around that fake ass little nigga. I hate niggas cause they do. You hate me cause I'm me, nigga? Don't hate me. They don't hate me, thank God. I ain't here for this shit. Man, you give nigga everything you got, nigga. Every fuck. All right, now let's get to the pup talk. So when I purchase a pup, when I'm going to purchase a pup, because I don't buy dogs that I cannot, I don't go buy a puppy and pick it up and just go with it. No, I want to see the whole like when I purchased it, looking at pups, I like to purchase puppy that's not even because I bought Blue at 5 weeks. 5 weeks. He was only 5 weeks, not 8 weeks. 5 weeks. Because when I seen him, I say, okay, it was him and all his brothers. Wasn't no females for sale, but I wasn't never looking for a female, but wasn't no females for sale. So when I went to go buy Blue, it was he had a brown and white brother. He walked up to me first, but when Blue walked up to me, he walked up to me and he sat down. And I'm like, okay, that's what I need a pup to do is be excited with me. Because when I purchase a pup, I want pups to be excited with me. Because the more excited with me, the attention is on me. I don't want a puppy that's mine is somewhere else. I'd rather purchase a puppy who I know that's attentive. Like if you ever watch my videos, you see that when it comes to lady, she sits and she looks me in the face, because it's it's the best thing for your daughter to have eye contact with you. You want your daughter to have eye contact with you because your eyes tell a lot. Your face expression tell a lot. That's why my dog looking in the face, so my dog see another individual. That's what she's gonna do when she looks at me and then she looks at them. She wants to know if I'm cool, is everything cool, and like when I get a pup, I see if they move around. I test them on, take them outside and walk them and see if that same attention, if I'm moving, is your same attention on me. Because I want to know is you gonna keep your attention on me because my actions, what I'm saying? Like I do snaps. I don't have to say sit or lay down or nothing. I can just snap my fingers and it works. So that's just so if an incident happened, I can always make my dog sit down. So when I'm going to look at a pup, I'm looking at a pup physical body, mind. So I'm looking at the dog all the way around because this dog right here, I got to feed. I got to, I don't want to take a puppy that I know got like arch arms and put weight on him because it's not good for his arms when they arch. You know what I'm saying? When a puppy got arch arms, like weight really shouldn't go on the arch arm because when they build houses with straight 2x4. They don't go get the bent 2x4 because it puts a curve in the thing. This house got to hold up the weight. So when you're thinking about a pup, you want to go get a pup that you know that physically gonna move around and work because it's something that you have to feed and you have to walk. You never want to purchase a dog that make it hard for you. You never want to purchase a dog that make it hard for you. So when you purchasing a puppy, you want to purchase a puppy that's able to do work no matter how it go. Because at the end of the day, you working your pup because you mean walking it, running it, have you doing throwing balls. You want this puppy to be a working product. You want your puppy to be a working product. So you want to have straight arms. You want to, you want to put it on a nice diet. You know, you want to, first thing you want to do when you purchase a puppy is deworm it and vaccinate it. You want to vaccinate your puppy. That's the first thing you want to do. Then you want to wait and you want to get that dog its first bath. You want to give it first bath because you want to put your household and your scent on the puppy. When you purchase a puppy, you want to first when you first go get it, you want to go and assess the puppy before you buy the puppy. Because if you sit long enough, you shouldn't buy a puppy from a breeder that you meet for 20 minutes and you got the puppy in your arm. Like I done met breeders that try to meet me out in public and the puppy is not doing nothing. And I can't take a puppy that I never seen function to my location, to my home, to feed. When I that's how I deal with puppies. I just when I purchase my puppy, I want to go to your I want to come to your location. I want to see more than the puppy that you're telling me that I can purchase. You know what I'm saying? I want to see, if I got a if you got a puppy and you say, well, I'm keeping or somebody else buying it, I'm the kind of dude that I would ask you, hey, how much how much you offer for it? Can I add $50 or 75 or 100 on it to own this dog right here? But I never had that problem because the reputation of me owning puppies and people saying like I'm not a person that has a puppy and you see this puppy when it's 8 weeks, 5 weeks, and then when you see it like 6, 7 months, it's this skinny puppy that haven't ate, that don't get walked and nothing like that because I'm taking out my time to take this puppy to put in my house and put in my location. And I don't want to be taking me being a bad owner, taking a good stock and taking it from somebody that really knows what to do with the dog. So with me, like I love I first thing puppy I do be potty trained and obedient trained and to be in my household because at the end of the day, these dogs, I always been hand on with my puppies. I raise them. I, I'm everything. Like Lady Blue, I'm everything because I raised them. Like my wife, my kids, they help out. They like my son take them out to use bathroom. My son is 2 years old. He done fed Lady and Blue, but when it comes on to the walking and the working out and the rope, I do that myself. I do that myself because at the end of the day, it's some contact with me and this puppy. Like Blue just turned 9 months yesterday, and the happiness in that puppy made me feel good because I felt like he I got him to the weight that I can get him to. He's active. He's happy. You know, he's just when you think about a pup, it's like a puppy is just like a newborn baby. You're excited with your newborn baby. You never stop being excited with your baby. See, when I got Lady, I knew by when Lady hit 6 months, I knew she was a handful. So it took me longer to turn some of the things off that needed to be turned off. When I got Lady, it was more things that needed to be turned off that I did not turn off. It was kind of harder because I'm trying to teach her obedience and I'm trying to teach her um, potty train her, and she's showing aggression, and it's like, well, until I get her trained in these things, then I'll wait and then I'll start working on the next step of the training of getting her to the next step. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a dog is like it's like the 10th commandments. It's like the 10th commandment. It's like it's an order you go in with the dog, but if you don't follow the goal, you'll have a dog that eat on your furniture. You'll have puppies only do what the owner let them do. A puppy will take something for it is you let it take it because that's what a puppy mind wise is. That's why a lot of times they'll tell you like if you look at up a rock or a Roddy, it says it's got to be a dominant owner has to have it. You cannot be a not and dog. Well, people buy dogs. Every dog is not for a person that's not dominant because for example is my cousin had a dog that did not listen to him, but every time I came around, the dog listened what I said because he wasn't dominant enough for his pup. His pup used to just jump on him like the pup never jumped on me. Pup would jump on him. The pup would do things that a pup was taking advantage. And like I told him, I say, dude, you got to claim dominance with this pup because this pup is looking at you as it's going to be the pack leader. And I told him like that, I say, you never want a dog to put you in a corner because it knows you're not dominant and you scared. You can never when you have a pup, you can never show fear to your pup. You can never show fear to your pup, because if you show fear to your pup knows that, like if you see, for example, if you see your pup, when you put the food down and the pup at the diamond there and over the food, you gotta break that, because if what you don't break will be a full grown 200 2 year old dog, or whatever breed of dog you got. We're gonna say 80 to 30 pounds. You got that in anger over food, because you haven't claimed, anything that you see your dog, like, for example, like when my dog's pups, we don't walk out the door until you sit down. That's the main thing. Like when you own you like, however you want your dog to be, you got to work towards it. If you want your dog to be obedience, when you get your pup, first thing you want to do is start working on obedience. And you ain't got to be. You don't have to be the best trainer to teach your dog how to. You don't even have to be, listen, to teach your dog how to sit, stay, lay, and calm down. You don't have to be the best person. You just got to be. You got to be motivated to do this for your dog. You got to be motivated. If you're not motivated, then the dog's not gonna do it. Like, like if you see your dog, I see a lot of people that will take a pup and they would just say, "Oh, he just acting like a pup." And then when he's 6 months old, they calling me talking about something. Hey, you remember what you said I should have did with the pup? The pup is this. So my thing is, when you own a pup, you guys to be a dominant owner to your pup. You got to, if you're gonna have an inside dog, you got to have boundaries for your pup. I would tell you like this: puppy pads is not the best way to potty train your dog, because you are telling your dog that the certain spot in your house is where to use it at. When you want to teach your pup that it need to go outside. You teach your pup, you need to go outside. You don't teach your pup don't put no pads inside the kennel when you kennel training your pup, because you're teaching that pup to bowel movement and urinate in that kennel. So you want, when you dealing with pups, you want to think, first thing I want to do is vaccinate my pups. Second thing I want to teach my pup how to be potty trained. Third thing I want to teach my pup is obedience. Fourth thing I want to teach my pup is I'm the pack leader. I feed you. You buy by my rules, and it goes on in order. It depends on what do you want your dog to do. Like if you want your dog to be a guard dog, you don't let everyone pet your puppy. You don't let your puppy be pet by everyone. You teach your pup that everyone is not your friend. Everyone is not your friend. It's because I had a dog that was so smart. When he was 8 weeks, 9 weeks old, he got kidnapped. He got stolen. And only reason I found him, because they put him in as 9 week old, they put him in a dark basement, and all he done was cry. And I knew that why from when he was a pup, when I first got him, so I knew that, you know, I knew that I had to undo that. And that made him to be the best guard dog I ever had. The best. Like he in the top 10. I ain't gonna say the best, because all of them do their job, but he was good in his ability as a guard dog. He didn't let nothing by the time he got kidnapped at 9 weeks. By the time he was 12 months, he was the best guard dog you ever can meet. He was the best guard dog, but I taught him as a pup, because these dogs start as pup. See, a lot of people think when you're on a pup, oh, what dog I'm gonna breed you with. But you want to know, what traits do your puppy have? Is your puppy a good worker? Is your puppy a Is your puppy got good mouth? Do your puppy what do your puppy bring to your kennel for you to it ain't I it's how you work your puppy because you want to be having a calm pup. You don't want to take your pup out in public and your dog is off his hind leg on his hind legs. That's not good. Like my dogs, like for example, they don't know nothing about no fence because we don't play the jump. We don't play the jumping game we play is you jump up and down. That's it. But you going over a gate? No, like I can have lady can be because I thought it was a puppy. I can have the gate closed but not latched, and she's not gonna push it because she don't know if it's latched or not latched. She know that only way that she can get out if I unlatch it because you teach your pups as pups how to work with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, lady could be I could be gone I could be gone all day long, take care of business. And lady, because she was a pup, she knows that if my wife don't realize that she panicked, that she's moving around, when I get home, they do her little bark, and I let her out. You know what I'm saying? But that comes from me training her as a pup how to work with me, let me know. You know what I'm saying? I never had to put my hands on my dog because the way when I say no, it's the dominant in me saying no. The dominant, you got to be dominant with certain dogs, like certain poodles, certain chihuahuas that you know that I done seen from different the dog whisperer and stuff like that where these little chihuahuas won't even let their owner touch them or they owner date a new guy he can't touch the his old lady or she can't touch her old dude so it's dominant because they never was dominant like dogs need a time for you to be able to work with them that's why when you purchase a puppy that's why they call it a puppy. It don't know nothing. You teaching it everything. That's why they always say when it comes to back in the day, they say it's not the dog, it's the owner. When they say you ever heard people say pit bulls only aggression if you make them dog aggressive towards another dog. That is 50% true. That's 50% true because a dog don't know how to hate another dog if it be around another dog all the time. How do it know to hate another dog? Like, for example, lady didn't get to be around other dogs because 50% of her, I mean, like, I think it really comes from when you reproduce your dog and you let these puppies sit there and bite and shake on each other. They if they've been doing this stuff since they've been opening up their eyes, how to shake and bite each other, they think that's just how they associate with other dogs. And other dogs are not used to them being associated. Puppy, like for example, you get a new puppy, you get a full grown dog. All the puppy want to do is bite on the full grown dog. Or like some full grown dogs not gonna let this puppy just bite on it. You get some that do, and then you get some that don't. But you got to think about this. When you that's why you assess a puppy and you ask questions because you don't want to bring this puppy in your house and this puppy end up fighting your other dog. Now you gotta break up a dog fight because this dog been having this trait in it, but you've been annoying it just like, oh, it's puppy bite. When it's not really puppy bite, it's really something that need to be nipped in the bud. Something need to be nipped in the bud because if you don't nip it in the bud, you're gonna need a break stick. You're gonna need see puppies is innocent until you put innocent out of in them. when you take, like for example, like difference in Blue and Lady is Blue adapted to being cool with other dogs because he's a male and the dogs I take around is females. Like Blue, I take Blue more around females than male dogs because they usually the female in heat, and it just like it's easy for them to adapt to him being around because they in heat and they hormones in up. So but when it comes to these pups, you put your pup. You listen. People tell you got to feed your dog a certain food. If your pup gonna be an 80-pound pup and it's in the pup genetic genes, if your pup gonna be 80-pound pup, no matter if you feed your dog Purina to Blue, the puppy's gonna look where for. If you feed that dog 7 days a week, all every day, that pup gene is gonna take over. So you can put your dog on many supplements if you want to. You put your pup on many stuff, but at the end of the day, it doesn't do. Listen, I wanted Blue to look more wider than what he is. Not that Bruce Lee look as a puppy. I didn't want Blue to have that Bruce Lee look, but I didn't try a supplement, and Blue's not Blue. Listen, Blue might not look like, but Blue is a healthy dog. But he like I wanted him to be more wider, but in the chest and stuff. But that's not what he's gonna be. So because of his genetic genes, I cannot do that to his body, no matter how much, because you can't change. Like if you see a dog like Blue, Blue was chubby because he was a puppy. He was chubby because he was a puppy. But once he started developing, Blue started getting cocky and skinny. And I'm deworming him. I took him to the vet to get him dewormed. The pill got dewormed. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. He don't have worm. That's just his figure. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at his dad. I'm like, well, his daddy cocky and he got a nice frame. But I'm thinking this dog is a full grown male. That's a pup. You know what I'm saying? My mind had for a minute didn't realize that when you look at a pup and you look at the parent, you got to know what age did the daddy start getting wider? What age did you know what I'm saying? You got to know because I mean, like, just buying a dog because it looks a certain way or a certain color. I never bought a pup or a dog off the color. I just liked the physical body of the pup. I liked the pup attitude. Every pup I ever purchased, I would tell you this: you want to sit down and you don't want to just go buy a pup and and I pick my pup up and buy. You want to know about the litter mates. You want to know about everything because at the day you taking this pup home and you gotta ask other people questions about the bloodline or something about your pup. When that's taking your mind, it starts depressing you out when you think about it because it's like, is I'm doing right with this pup? Is this pup gonna look like I want it to look? But if you love this pup and you do the puppy things that you're supposed to do with your pup, like teach it obedience, you'll know. Do you know how many puppies? Because people never assess puppies that a person bring pups back because they didn't know nobody. Listen. I had a person got a pup. from a guy, and a pup. He got the puppy at 8 weeks. 10 weeks, the puppy was back where it came from. That's how long it took that person to realize that the puppy would bite, eat on shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't like when you selling when I feel like when you sell a puppy, you should assess the puppy from to know because everybody ain't put puppies on chains. So you got to know, is this dog good to be a house dog or an outside dog? That's why a lot of breeders will say, well, this dog lived outside, but live inside because the dog was more comfortable inside than outside. Your dog will let you know where they want to be. When you tell the dog come in and you got to make it force it come in, the dog don't want to come inside. But when you open up the door and the dog run in, and that dog love inside. You teach your pup how to walk down. You got to teach your pup everything. You got to teach your pup, like, for example, if you take your pup out in your yard and you teach it how to potty train, that pup will go in that same spot if you don't have another dog. But if another dog on that spot and urinate, that pup going to find a different spot because at the day your pup want to mark its territory. Pups love marking their territory. Your puppy is like when you walk your puppy, it's always got to know that it's curious to what's going on in the world. That's how dogs talk to each other through piss, through pee. That's how they talk to each other. Pups, full grown dogs talk to pups through pee. That's how males know what female ain't eat, which way she came from because of her pee. Your pup learn from your full grown dog a lot of times. Your pup learn from your full grown dog a lot of times. Your full grown dog teach your pup what's not tolerated in the house because my partner got a pup and his full grown dog don't get to jump on the couch. So when the puppy put her arms up on the couch, the female would nip her arms to make her put her arms down. Because I love to see if I had enough property and maybe about 9 of me, I don't want a whole bunch of dogs, but I don't have like I don't have the property and I don't have the time to deal with a whole bunch of pups because I was finna buy a female when I had bought Blue, but that didn't work out because I had to work on Lady in Blue, and I'm like, well, she gonna catch one of the puppies, so I figured that she's gonna deal with one of the puppies and affect one of the puppies, so I didn't buy another puppy because I felt like that was gonna be a lot of working. Like I don't put too much on my plate with puppies that I can't handle. You know what I'm saying? Like because it's a lot to deal with. It's a whole lot to deal with. When you think about it, it's a whole bunch to deal with when it comes to puppies. But it's a whole bunch to deal with. When it comes to this pup stuff, and you gotta think about it. It's like every puppy ain't the same. Every puppy don't act the same. Every puppy ain't sparked up the same. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to know what you get because you can buy a dog and had a dog that never did what your puppy did because Blue Lady, Princess, Chloe, Tiger, Burr, all them dogs were different kind of puppies. They all had their own attitude. But when you deal with a dog that can't be friend and don't like people, Then you learn how to set your puppies because each dog is a learning lesson. Puppies is learning lesson because every puppy is not the same. So you're gonna learn from the puppies. Puppies gonna teach you responsibility. Puppy gonna teach you loyalty. The puppy gonna teach you so much that you and the puppy gonna end up becoming friends. Cause my dogs is actually my best friend. I don't care if I'm having a good day or a bad day, they still want me to pet them. Like, prime example, I play this game with Lady all the time. And I've been playing with her since the pup. I would go like this. And for no matter where she at, no matter where she at, she's gonna sit there and look at me. Like when I smoke my marijuana, if I cough too many times, Lady's in front of me. But that's because at the end of the day, I'm her friend, and it sounds like I'm about to lose my oxygen and I'm about to go night night. But I took all my time with that dog because at the end of the day, she was a pup that had a bad temper problem with other freaking dogs, and I don't like. That's not like her sister, her brothers, her mom. They not. She a little different than them. She cut a little different than them, but they come from her daddy side of the family because her daddy side of the family and caught hog before. So that's just where it comes from. You know, you gotta think about it when you buy a dog and it's supposed to be if it's a guard dog, you always know when you get a pup. If you buy a dog that's supposed to be a guard dog, that dog one day gonna wake up and be a guard dog. So you gotta know when the puppy mind start changing. That's why you assess your puppies because you want to know when they mind change. When they gonna turn to be this guard dog, when they gonna turn and be this. I mean, like the pup has a mind that you don't know when it like a kid, you know when your child is getting developing because your child go from Google gaga to regular talking to babble in a pamper to into a potty chair to your child using a little spoon to your child know how to use a spoon. A dog, you don't know that. So you gotta like you keep on your child, you gotta keep on your dog because your pup, because at the end of the day, this pup is going to do what you allow it to do. If you let your pup, like for example, I never play with my pup with socks because if I play my pup with socks, that's what my pup gonna think to play with socks. You know, when I get a dog, I don't play with them with my socks or let them bite on my pants because of the day you're not gonna be no full grown dog ripping up my pants because you want to play. So that's why I buy ropes and I buy hornets. Hornets, when I put pups on hornets early because it teaches them that I am controlling you because I don't have your neck, I have your frame, I have your body structure. So if you trying to train a puppy to walk, I would prefer you to try a hornet because it's easier to train a dog to walk on a hornet than a collar because the puppy is tripping out with something controlling his neck, not his frame. So when it comes to puppies, it's like it's a map that you got to figure out, and you got like any mistake you make, you and when that dog get older, you're gonna see the mistakes you make. The mistakes you make because I done had to train many people dogs that I gave them the freaking blueprint to how to train a dog, but then they call me that dog 6, 7 months, a year old, and they like, I need your help. And it's like, I gave you the blueprint. How did you not use blueprint? because one mistake they made. One mistake they made, like a guy I was dealing with, told him how to potty train the dog, made one mistake. One mistake. He went to work, put the pad, and I kept on did it for a whole 7 days. The dog started going in the crate. When I got the dog, wasn't no pads. Wasn't enough room because if you put your pup in a cage this big, the pup is gonna pass. You get a pup, you get the hold on. This is the cage that I use as a pup. You don't need nothing but a pup cage. But by the time the pup get old enough, it should be potty trained. If you really doing the going about it the right way, potty training the pup. If you're going about it the right way, but if you don't go around about it the right way, because you cannot put a pup in a cage for 8 hours and not expect it. So the younger the pup is, okay, so 6-month-old pup can hold this bam for 8 hours, maybe 6 hours. But if you got a 2-month-old pup, the longest I think you hold the bam movement is like 2-3 hours. 2 or 3 hours. I had a dude that I had respect for the dude. I told him, I said, he said I work 8. He said I work 8 hours. He said I can take my dog with me. Do you think it'll help me potty train my dog? By the time that dog was freaking 5 months, it was fully. It didn't. He could leave it at home because he knew that he had to take that dog out. So he would take that dog to work. He drove a truck. He had a business. He drove a truck. And I had respect for him because he took the night that I told him about these dogs, and he found that it was easier. You want things to be easier when you dealing with a pup. You know what I'm saying? You want to associate your pup with your kids. You want to, you know what I'm saying? You want to assess your pup. You want to assess the full grown dog because some people already have a dog, get another dog. And dogs are gonna your pup or your full grown dog is gonna be jealous of the attention that you're giving the other dog. So you gotta be careful when you own a pup and own a full grown dog that your pup is not gonna sometimes pup will go and you gotta keep on your pup. Don't let it go in a full grown dog boat. It never had nobody in there. It might be cool today, but tomorrow it might be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like when you owning a pup, if you owning a female and or you say you own two males or two females, one of them dogs gonna claim dominance. So the best way is when you dealing with your two dogs together, you want to have your pup and your full grown dog or your two dogs, and you get two dogs at the same time, you want to always be dominant if it's stopping the playing because if you let the pup play with the other pup, it's gonna end up tussle because that's all pups know how to do. Dogs don't have paws and they can touch and grab, so they're everything that they want. If you ever realize if you bred your female, when she transfer her puppy, she transfer them in her mouth. That's all a dog know how to do. So when you think about it, these pups only do what you let them do. You do. So when I breed my dog, if I realize in 4 weeks that this dog is an instigator and it fights, I'm splitting that dog up because at the end of the day, I'm not putting that highlight in that dog. You know what I'm saying? Like if you let, because once you let the pups do that, they get more aggressive towards each other. Every time you let your pups tussle with each other, it's making them more aggressive. It's always be a puppy in there that is not want to fight, and they will the more puppies will pick on the puppy that don't want to do it because I see it all the time where this dude I tell my mom he like, well, this puppy barely eat because all the other puppies attack it. I said, well, guess what? You feed that puppy by itself, and you take the puppy that's aggressive, and you let it eat last, so it can know that it's not claiming dominant. And then you sometimes people keep them puppies, and then some people don't tell nobody about that puppy, and they sell it to a person, and then outside the puppy 10 weeks, it's going back. It can't. I didn't see many people get their puppy back because they're too much. Too much. They like know this puppy. Like this one lady, I'm helping her find a puppy right now. She bought a dog. She had to return it back to the owner because the puppy was shaking everything, like her dress, her little slips on her table, pulling stuff down. And she like, no, this is not what I did. This is not what I acquired. And like I told her, I say, what did you do? She said, this person told me I had a $2 on sale, told me I would like this one better. And then she had and then she got the puppy and she paid for it. And the puppy was a handful. So when you think about it, you got to assess a puppy that you got to know about. Puppies is hard to predict what's going to happen with them. They are hard to predict what's going to happen with them. You know, puppies will put anything in their mouth. They do things like if. Hey, let me tell you something like this. This is what me and a lot of older dog men say. It's harder to keep a puppy alive than anything. That's how I say. It's hard to keep a puppy alive because a puppy will eat anything, will do anything. It's harder to keep a puppy alive. So when you get a puppy to a year, it's amazing. It's like it's a blessing for lady to be 4 years old, healthy, no disease, no sickness, no nothing. For that breeding over blue soon as they get stuck together. Soon they get stuck together. And it's amazing because I raised her and I know her temperament and I know her attitude and I know what kind of people to sell her to because I assessed her as a puppy. So when you think about it, then I assessed it blue. And when I thought about it, I said her two smart dogs, working dogs would go good together with papers. So it was like I heard nothing. I've been hearing people say this is full lie. That you don't have a map to how to create a dog that you buy without papers. That's a lie. That's a lie because how hard is it to so for example if I have a lady have 8 puppies, her first litter, her second litter she has 5 puppies, her daughter has 6 puppies, you can search them dogs down through that way. You know that, right? You can search them down to know what's in the traits, what's in the thing. So when you think about a puppy with papers. You supposed to know everything about this puppy. I knew everything about Lady. I knew Lady had a little. I didn't know it was that hot, but with her being the second one come out the litter, it was a male than her, and she was always on the breast, so she was already claimed dominant. But I got her because when she was a pup, she sat and looked me dead in the face. I said, "Whoa, whoa." I moved around. She paid attention. Told her come here. Started teaching her how to sit down. She was cool. She was cool. So like puppies is what you make out of them. So you gotta think about that. Because I just seen people that let their dog be a pup, and that's a full grown dog that they can't walk, that they can't do nothing with, they can't make sit down because they never did nothing with the puppy. So if you thinking about that, even though you put your puppy on the chain, you still want to teach your puppy obedience because you're not going to put the food bowl where the dog can't get it. So you don't want a dog when you going over there, even though you can have on dirty clothes. I don't give a damn. I have on my work clothes that I work with my dog, but I still don't get no. I don't believe in putting your paws on me unless I allow you to jump up. We don't play the jumping game because my kid might come out there and you jump on my kid or my wife. So we don't play the jumping game. I've been training puppies since 2010. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I've been training dogs since 2010. That's correct. 2010. 2010, I've been training dogs. Every one of my dogs act like ladies. I train them when they puppies. Anybody tell you I take a pup and first thing is training because this pup gotta know you're not gonna be pulling me, you're not gonna be no, I don't know. Like truly I be wanting to help a lot of people out trying to get puppies. It don't matter guard dog or obedient, but hey, if we was all if it wasn't so much drama on YouTube, I help a lot of people. I go out of town, you just pay for my room. Just pay for my room, I pay for my own food. Just I teach you in 3 days. If you want more than 3 days, you pay for it. But it ain't like that, like I talk to other people, about when we talk about pups, like why would you not help somebody that need help with their pup? You know what I'm saying? Everybody listen. It's a roadmap to it ain't too hard to feed dogs, but it's not easy to train a pup to being what you want it to be by the time it's 9 months old. Blue is exactly what I want to be. Listen, obedient. I remember for a minute, I ain't lie to y'all. We're gonna keep it real. Like Blue used to straight take off and run when I called him. I nipped that one in the bud. Then so how I broke that, since you want to run off, I'm gonna make you sit on the porch and watch Lady run around. Now, when I say, come on, Blue, it's time to come in, he go. But he used to run like, and I remember when I got my first dog, my real dog, my dog, in 2010. I said, I ain't chasing no dogs. I'm not chasing my dog. That don't even make sense to me. My dog supposed to chase me. I don't want to chase my dog. So I already knew how to nip that in the bud when it came to Blue. You want to come outside? Then I start saying, okay, you want to be outside, you want to run, you want to do all this extra stuff. That's why Blue ended up going on the chain because Blue didn't know how to. Blue would take off and run for me. Just take off and run. Like I'm like, come on, Blue. Like what the? I'm like, man, Dad, we can't do that. I'm like, no. So now I can take Blue wherever I want to go. If I say, come on, Blue, Blue gonna come. But for a minute, I was like, this ain't gonna work out like this. This not gonna work out where I gotta chase this dog, like chase a puppy. But I knew I was gonna nip it in the bud before he hit 2 years old. I knew I was gonna nip it in the bud before he hit 2 years old, or a year, because I said he's gonna get faster. He's gonna run more. He's gonna think it's a game. But then I told myself, I say, Gerald, you gotta get on. You gotta get on your A game, man. This dog running. Why you chasing? You're not gonna chase this dog. You don't chase lady. You never chase the dog. You don't chase your dog. So then every day I worked with him. Every day I worked with him as a puppy to not run from me. But one day I say, Blue, come on. He ran up the steps next to me. I said, okay, hey, I did my job. Now we go out to the park, we go anywhere. When I say come, Blue, come, mean come. Like he listens. He when I say down, Blue, down, he does. Like he was never hard. It wasn't me training him to be obedient and like sit and stay, calm down. He would do that. But when it came to come, he would run. And I had him since he was 5 weeks old. So I'm like, where do you get that from? But that was because my kids, when they played with him as a pup, he would run from them. They would go chase him. But I'm the pack leader. I'm not chasing you. So when it comes to pups, you got to assist them to what you want them to be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know. You gotta know that. Like prime example is, I know guys that I trained them that they got dogs that's inside a kennel that would not go outside the door of the kennel because I taught them that it's a boundary. You gotta teach your dog a boundary. I ain't never ever been excited with the shot gate. I've never been excited with the shot gate because I feel like you can teach your dog boundaries. You don't have to use, I mean, like it's back in the days before it was shock collars and all that, you had to be hands on. Some of that stuff is just a easier way to just an easier way to do work towards your dog. You know, like it's a lot of things like back in the day, a lot of this stuff that's created like shock collars and choke collar. I never trained a dog with a choke collar. I never trained none of my puppies. I never trained a puppy. I never was excited with the choke chain because you got to tug it and choke the dog to really teach the dog how to abide by your rules. So I never was excited to that or the spike or the little spike one because I want to teach you something without putting force to your body. Like some people say, you can tell a dog, like when they puppies, you gotta teach them sit. You know, it's a process. But when it comes to using the choke chain, the spike collar to train a dog, I never use that. I always use hands on, sit, stay, you know, physically body parts. I don't use attachment because it's like you gotta really like choke the life out the dog. Really, like if the dog hard headed, you really gotta choke the dog really to teach the dog obedience. you got to really like physically harm the dog to teach it how to abide by the rules. So I never was sided with. I'm not gonna buy something to physically hurt a dog to train it. So I do hands on. Like I refer. I mean, like people do how they want to. It's always, they now they got that. You don't even have to buy the choke collar. You can buy the tape. You can buy the shot collar, and you can train your dogs like that. So it's all ways to train your dogs. Like if you're physically on working with your pup, you gotta find out you you gotta find out how to bond with your pup. You gotta bond with your pup because your pup is looking for you for the guidance. That's what it is. Your pup look for you for the guidance. You are that puppy role model. Sometimes I see people that dogs raise dogs, and sometimes that don't come out real good because you got two dogs that are acting the same. Like my dogs live in a house together, but they have two different things. They was raised up in two different time limits. Ladies raised up in the time limit by herself. Blues raised up in the time limit where it was him and someone else. So I had to, at the same time when I was getting my pup, I had to work with my full grown dog because she wanted to hurt Blue, and I wasn't gonna let that go down like that. So when it came to that, I would tell you to work when if you bringing a pup into a new location with a new dog, and you're gonna have both of them in the house, you still gonna have to work on your full grown dog, no matter how trained it is, because it never been trained for this situation. So your pup was never trained for this situation. Your full grown dog was never trained. So it's like when you bring a pup in there, if you never dealt with two dogs, you gotta learn what triggered the full grown dog or what triggered the pup to bark. You know what I'm saying? Like, bark. You trigger. You got what triggered the pup to want to shake up your clothes or doing something. You got to assess this pup. So it's like it's a working process. It's really you don't really start working with your dog until the day you die because your dog is gonna do something new every day. Your dog gonna do something new every day. You got a new puppy? Well, you got a new puppy? I'm about to watch your video. What color is it? It's okay. Ain't nothing happening. That lady. My voice got a little too loud. I don't. Oh boy. Oh. How old is the pup? Oh, you got a pup. Are you teaching them idiots yet? Because that's what I'm talking about, pup talk. All right, till we come back, I'll get back into it. But don't let nobody else tell you all that a puppy is easy. You gotta assess your puppy. You gotta know what you're working with. What's the temperament and all that. You gotta know what's the temperament and all that. Because your pup is what you make it. What? Yeah. You hey is I see you Google. Let's That's why I be knowing the sidelines. That's why I be rather knowing the sidelines. No. Anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about, pup talk. So you gotta assess the pups as what you have, what breed of dog you have, and what's the temperament and all that, and you know that's what it's about. You know, it's about the workability of what you want to do with the puppy. Where did you come? You keep on talking. Where did you come from? I never met you. And and do you have videos? Freaking troll. That's what that is. Good ball. Good ball. Yeah. That's next. I ain't mad fucking question. Won't you look up your own question? Who the fuck is it? Anyway, who is that guy? Do you know that dude? Yep, that's the nigga. Um, I'm just doing this video with my friend. That don't got shit to do with me. Anyway, let's finish dog talking. That shit got nothing to do with me. Them beefs they got going on. Got nothing to do with me. Uh, damn. You know, sometimes you gotta get people like that in your channel just to do stuff. You don't have nothing to do this morning. What I'm finna say. But oh yeah. Back to you, dude. So what you feed your pup? Do you want to talk to yourself? Because I don't even know who you are. Everything I see you beef with somebody. I want to be in it or nothing. What the heck is this? But anyway, what the fuck is it? Okay, where is that? Close you back up. Close you back up. Okay. And people coming in up. Anyway, so you take your pup and you assess it because you assess your pup. Let's talk. Call me. You want to keep on asking me questions? Call me. Just gave you the number. Fuck on. That's how I talk, sir. That's how I talk, sir. I don't not the way you want me to. I talk, sir. You don't want to talk. Call it. The number right there, sir. Fuck these black, this clown ass nigga. There you go, sir. There you go, sir. Thank you, computer. Breeding over my me not letting my female breed with his male over grizzly bear. That's what my beef with him. That's what his beef over with. I don't have no beef with the guy. I own the female. I own the female. I own the female. That's what it's over. Over my female, my 4-year-old female. That's what it's over. My 4-year-old female. Yeah, I don't have no beef with that guy. That guy can't even walk his dogs. That dog can't. That guy can't even. His dog doesn't even look like Blue. He a clown. Ain't you from his channel? Don't you watch him? Don't you watch him? Anyway, let's get back to Puck Talk. So, shoot, if you really on your potty train, it shouldn't take long. If you're on your obedience, it take long. You should find out the sparks and the sparks and the highlight of your pup. That's what it's about. You know, you got to find out what works with your pup, what doesn't work with your pup, and take care of your pup. That's what it's about. Take care of your pup. Make sure your pup good. Make sure it eat. My pup 9 months old, doing very good. My blue nose people are doing very good. My American Stafford Terrier made it to 4 years, going on her 5th year. God is good. I'm happy. I'm happy. But I'm gonna tune out. Thank y'all for tuning in.